After we got back together, Nathan became clingy. What I ate, what I drank, who I saw. He needed a full report on everything. One day, he called, his tone a careful probe. Zach brought some girls over. We're heading to the spa. I just said, oh, have fun. The line went dead. 20 minutes later, he was blocking my doorway, his voice a raw whisper. You'd just let me go off with someone else? I took a step back under his intense gaze. Isn't this the boundaries you wanted? My words hung in the air, and he froze. Are you done? I asked, my voice flat. If you're done, you can go. I really don't mind. Fearing he might misunderstand, I added a thoughtful assurance. Don't worry, I'll play my part perfectly for your parents tomorrow. Nathan's face instantly darkened. Arya, he bit out, you're really something else. He slammed the door on his way out. The commotion had completely shattered my drowsiness. I curled back into bed and scrolled through my phone. At 2 a.m, a few photos arrived from an unknown number. A young woman, clad only in a bikini, her pale skin gleaming, was straddling Nathan. Steam curled in the air around them. His arm was wrapped casually around her waist, only a thin slip of fabric separating their bodies. Hey wifey, I'm scared of the water so Nate's holding me tight, winky face. So jealous you have such a caring hubby. I stared at the screen, considering my options. Should I get up and go catch them in the act? But it was so late, my driver was off for the night, and getting a ride would be a nightmare. Well then, maybe ride along, scathing essay tearing Nathan apart. The weather was too cold, my fingers would freeze. Maybe I could just copy and paste one of my old rants from our chat history. As I scrolled through the archives of my own fury, I somehow drifted off to sleep. No wonder Nathan never read them. When you strip away the emotion, the words are just long, rambling, and utterly exhausting. Turns out, they're a pretty effective sedative. The next day was New Year's. We were at the Vanderwood family estate. I was making small talk with the elders when the doorbell chimed. When the door opened, the girl from last night's photo stood there, a picture of shy audacity. She was clutching a pair of men's underwear. He left this at my place yesterday. The style was young, bold. There was only one man in this house they could possibly belong to. The scene was painfully familiar. The year we got engaged, another girl had shown up just like this. I'd gone ballistic, grabbing her hair and throwing her to the ground. Nathan had pulled me off her and left with the girl without a second glance, leaving me in a crumpled, humiliated heap on the floor. That night, the estate was in chaos. No one had a happy new year. The old folks always say you shouldn't start the year on a bad note. Sure enough, that was the year Nathan and I fought the most viciously. The living room fell silent. Everyone was waiting for my reaction. I immediately plastered on a smile and smoothed things over. Oh, that's my cousin. She grew up abroad. You know how wild they can be. We were all together for New Year's Eve last night. Nathan's father let out a sigh of relief, but his mother's eyes were sharp with suspicion. Really? Of course, I insisted, pulling the girl inside and shutting the door. The last flicker of hope in Nathan's eyes died out. On the drive back, I pulled the underwear from my pocket and tossed it at Nathan. He stammered out an explanation. Last night wasn't what you think. That girl is Zach's sister, and I was drunk. I didn't do anything. I tore open a sanitizing wipe and began meticulously cleaning my hands. You can just drop me here. I'm meeting Nancy for a poker game. Nathan's Adam's apple bobbed. His voice softened. I can pick you up when you're done? No need, I said, pushing the car door open. You go do your thing. I didn't want to know what that pair of underwear had been through. I just didn't want to be contaminated by any of it. At Nancy's place, I took a long, hot shower and changed into a fresh set of clothes she'd laid out for me. Only then did the tight, suffocating feeling in my chest finally begin to dissolve. Nancy watched Nathan